Hi there, it's Mrs. Drake with the clarinet. We are going to be doing Book 2, Lesson 4. Book 2, Lesson 4. I hope you've already warmed up on your scales and also, of course, warm up on those finger tester exercises. Remember this? Warm up on those if you haven't already done that. Okay, we're looking at Lesson 4. Lesson 4. New rhythm on this page. I like to skip number 1. I feel like it's not written very well. It's kind of confusing, so let's just skip number 1. Take a look at number 2. Do you see this new rhythm? Sometimes I call it the demented TT. Can you see that it's based on a TT, but the first note has a dot next to it, and the second note has that extra second beam there? So this is called a dotted eighth note, and that's a 16th note. So it's dotted eighth note, 16th note, and it does say that right up there. Okay, so you know mathematically TT is worth half and half, so together it equals 1, half of a beat each. T, 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 T. On this one, the demented TT, the ratio, it still equals 1, but the first note is worth 3/4 of a beat, and the second note is 1/4 of a beat. So 3/4, 1/4. Still adds up to 1. But the first leg of the T is a little bit longer, and the second leg is very short. So sometimes I call it tika. T, ka, T, ka, T, ka, T, ka, T, ka. TT is T, 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 and the new one is T, ka, T, ka, T, ka, T. You hear how the T is a little bit long and the ka is very short. Okay, so one song would be T, ka, T, 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 ka, T, 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 ka, T, 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 ta. Okay, song number 2. So I'm going to get my clarinet, I'm going to play song number 2. I encourage you the first time to just listen to me play it and just watch the music and to get the feeling for this new rhythm. But then, of course, I want you to try it. But notice the key signature on song 2, all naturals. So that means in the third measure, make sure you realize it, the first note of the third measure is B natural. And you notice that I drew a big natural sign over it to remind me. Okay, and later on there's some high C's in this song. So you got to get where you know these high notes. You got to be able to recognize them right away, know where they go on your fingers. If you have small hands, they might not come out very beautiful, but you should still know where you're aiming with your fingers. You should know what they look on the page. So on song number 2, it starts off kind of easy, but realize in the third measure you have to play a high B, and that's all fingers. Your left pinky on the green one. I usually hold the red one also. So I think of it as both pinkies. A high B. Everybody warm up a high B. It should sound like this. Try a high B, everybody. Okay, song number 2 starts on a G. Open G. Everybody find an open G. Okay, song number 2. 1, 2, ready, go. A cute little song, kind of challenging because it does have a few high notes in it. Again, if I'm going too fast for you, feel free to turn off the video, practice it at a slower speed, or just listen to me play it. Put your clarinet on your shoulder and just practice moving your fingers and see if you can keep up. Okay, everybody, let's take a look at song 3. Tika, tika, ta, ta. This one has a B flat key signature. So on song 3, jump ahead to measure 5. Do you notice that those are B flats? Feel free to circle it or whatever, but that's those easy B flats. First finger on the A key and your thumb on the register key back here. High B flat. Okay, song number 3 starts on an F. Everybody find an F. Remember to breathe in often to clear off the spit. Song number 3. 1, 2, thong, 3, go. Okay, I hope you're getting used to this new rhythm. Okay, song number 4. Take a look at song 4. As you scan through it, can you tell everything is either a high C or a G? Everything on this page is a high, everything on song 4 is a high C or a G. Okay, so high C, right red. G, of course, is open. I want to give you a little hint. When you play the open G, you can leave these right hand fingers down. These 3 fingers and your right red. So, you know how G is open, no fingers? If you put your right hand down, leave your left hand off, it will still sound like a G. Some people feel it even sounds a little bit better because the open G can sound kind of harsh. But anyway, so that's called right hand down, right hand down. The way I wrote it in my book is RHD, right hand down. So what I would recommend for song 4, if you feel like you can handle it, is try a high C. And then try some G's, but don't move your right hand. Keep your right hand on down. Do you notice my right hand didn't move down at all? Everybody try that. Try some high C's and G's without moving your right hand at all. Right hand down for the entire song 4. Tick-a-tee-tee, tick-a-tick-a-ta. That's going to be the speed for song 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Alrighty, that was song number 4. Okay, song number 5, scan through it. There's no high notes on song number 5. But there's a challenging key signature. Notice by the treble clef, there's B flat and E flat. I'm just going to grab a quick sip of water. Okay, so on song number 5, scan through it. You have to play all the B's as B flat, and you have to play every E as E flat. So you got to know your own memory. Do you think you trust yourself to remember that? Or do you want to write some reminders or circle some of the notes to remind you to play it correctly? Okay, so reminder that B flat is first finger down here. That's B flat low. And then E flat, you put your fingers on D, and then you touch the bottom of the side keys. You know how there's 4 side keys over here on your right hand? So it's D with your left hand, and then you touch the bottom side key, and it creates E flat. So try some E flats, everybody. Okay, song 5, Old Man Sweeney. Old Man Sweeney. Remember that you have to use B flats and E flats. This is kind of a tricky song on your fingers. The first time through it, you might want to just listen to me play it. Again, I might be going a little too fast for you, so you might need to turn off the video and practice it at a slower speed. But then, of course, I encourage you to try to get it where you can play it along with me. Okay, I'm going to warm up the first full measure. Everybody warm up the first full measure. Everybody warm up the first measure. Okay, Old Man Sweeney. Ready, get set, go. Alrighty, flip the page. Lesson 4 keeps going on to the next page. Okay, song 6 is called Do the Happy Dance. Okay, look at it. It has no key signature. Look ahead. The second measure is high C, right red. The third measure uses some high B's, which would be left green. Again, I'm expecting you to know those notes by sight. If you have small fingers, they might squeak, but I still expect you to know where your fingers are aiming, what you're supposed to do. Again, feel free to circle the notes or write little reminders to yourself. Okay. Grasshopper ta, grasshopper ta. And since it's going from that G to the high C, do you remember that other song where we had the right hand down? So for that very first G, if you want, you can put your right hand down because the next notes are C's. This is the first measure and the second measure. Yep. This is kind of a challenging song. The first line of it, at least, anyways, because it has some high B's and high C's. Okay, song 6, everybody. 1, 2, ready, go. All right. Okay, take a look at the next one. It's called Parade. Okay, so on Parade, it's a duet. So I recommend on your book to write A, B, A, B, A, B. So you need to decide, are you going to play the A staffs or are you going to play the B staffs? Okay. I am going to play the A staffs. I'm looking at the B staffs. You can see the B staffs are quite easy. The B staff is just A's and G's. The B staff is quite easy. So I'm just going to play the A staff. So you can decide, are you going to play along with me? Or are you going to play the B staff and create some harmony? So you can decide that. Okay, the A staffs. Take a look at the first note. Look at it for a second. Can you tell what letter it is? It is an E. I hope you could recognize that it's high E. And high E is this. All 3 fingers of your left hand and 2 fingers on your right hand. Everybody try to warm up a high E. Okay, I'm going to play the A staff. You can decide, are you going to play the A staff with me or are you going to play the B staff? Tika, ti, ti, tika, ta. That'll be the speed. 1, 2, ready, go. All right. I also want to remind you that the last song on every lesson, in this situation it was Parade, that has a recording that goes along with it of a full band playing that song. And I already sent you that link. So if you feel like you have Parade mastered, I encourage you to find that recording and play along with the recording. Okay, that was lesson 4.